So first,
Absolutely.
and I was
Let's dig it all up.
oh, no.
True.
You'll never guess.
So sidebar. Yes.
And also, I feel like I shouldn't have to remember everything.
I know.
Actually, I have to talk about this.
3, 2, 1.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is Also Podcast, One Season Wonders, Kid Nation Edition, Episode 7. The kids are still trying to make a better world, town, whatever you want to call it.
Both. They're starting with the town.
That's how they start it. It's always like, will the kids make a better world? And I'm like, probably not.
Probably not.
That's why kids don't run the world today.
Can you imagine if actually this was like the experiment to decide if kids should run like the government?
The answer would be no. Like, these kids are terrible. And all I can do is shit on them. Like, do I feel weird about shitting on these kids? Sure. But knowing that they're today my age makes it a little better.
I think if this was on live today, I don't think we could watch this and say the things we're saying.
No. Also, I say it every week, there's no way who greenlit this show?
I have been thinking about that more and more, Alicia, about the meetings leading up, because my cousin does this stuff. So I just saw my cousin in Nashville and watching him like create and talk about shows. I'm like, I can't imagine the person who like dreamt this up.
The meeting of like, we should have the kids with, hear live animals, twice the size of some of them. But they have to jump in beans with the pigs.
Yes.
And then there's cans that could cut them, and then they're infected by bean juice.
But we could sandpaper them down. We could fix the can issue. Is
also,
probably the feedback somebody got.
Hear me out. There's no showers in this town. Crazy. Let's talk about it. This was an episode.
It was an episode at that.
I also can't believe the show is an hour long.
I know.
But it feels like not enough.
But I was about to say, I always need more. I have more questions constantly.
That's it. I have so many questions. All right, we'll talk about it. Meredith, what happened? What are we doing? What happened last time? Who knows?
Well, you didn't do your full intro. You skipped ahead.
Oh, what do I do? Oh my God. You're right. Guys, I'm dumb.
You're just so excited to talk about it.
I'm dumb.
I'm not going to call you the D and the S word, but dumb and stupid.
Okay, so we have a TikTok, we have an Instagram, and we have a Patreon, and all those can be found in the link in our description. Also, please be sure to rate, review, subscribe. Honestly, I don't care if you love or hate One Season Wonders. This is my favorite thing to do, so we're going to keep doing it. But if you have a suggestion, let us know.
You can drop that in the review for sure.
Yeah, a show that only has one season.
That's love the greatest.
So yeah, check us out on all those things. Like I said, links, descriptions. All right, Meredith, let's talk about this stupid show.
Now we're ready. Okay. Previously on Kid Nation, a new town council struggled to lead Bonanza.
Down with town council!
Well, a former town council member really struggled after she went down. Red's been on top with the upper class. Blue has been on bottom.
Yep.
And yellow back in that kitchen.
Oh my God. Down with yellow.
Zach threatened to withhold Taylor's paycheck.
Oh yeah.
At the town hall meeting, the town let Taylor just literally absolutely have it in all ways. Yeah. She was crying.
Fuck you, Taylor. Yeah.
Deal with it. And it was too much for DK, who almost went home, which that would have been so sad. But even bigger, it would have been a $20,000 mistake because he got the gold star right after he decided to stay.
Yeah, he's Chicago strong. He's not Boston strong.
It's different. But
us Chicagoans aren't meant for this.
No, but can the new town council bring the kids together? Or will the personal conflicts, district divisions, and gold stars and Buffalo nickels rip Bonanza City apart?
Find out tonight on CBS or whatever show episode.
I think it was CBS.
Network has this. Okay, down with town council. Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's give town council some grace. We have a new town council recently.
No, I'm down with the government at this point. I'm down with town council.
Any power position, except for Mr. Bonanza is 50-50 for you.
Terrible. Send him home. Send him packing.
Well, we open up this episode with, is it Divad?
Divad.
Divad. God, these pronunciations of names will be the death. That in
The
cities will be
death
the
of
death of me
me.
always. But
Death of me.
Divad is a new character to us. She started a snack bar. She's, looking to have a new hustle, not just her
She's a
normal work.
reseller.
I mean,
She's a reseller.
this is what, at first I was like, genius. I love people starting businesses in this town. But immediately Sophia clocks her and is pissed that free things from the kitchen are being resold for a pretty high price.
Yeah, divided, or she like stole the apples, canned apples from the kitchen or something, and put them on a stick.
Okay, I mean, there's just a bajillion cans of apples, so I don't really mind that she's like stealing them. It's not like they're running out of food, but
she puts them on a stick and then goes 5 cents.
Yeah, it seems like
that's
she
crazy.
Sauteed them up and put them on a stick, and I think they're 25 cents. They're expensive. Maybe it is 5.
This is where Ticketmaster got their idea.
Honestly,
this was their business model, was Divad.
Yes, she's a hustler. She's a scammer. She's everything.
I don't like Divad. Immediately, I'm not a fan.
I don't like her attitude around this. Like when people say, hey, this is so expensive, us on the bottom can't afford this. I feel like she should maybe be like, hey, I'll do a sale for, the laborers.
Well, the poor green team couldn't even have saved their money because they're always the laborers.
Yes, they've never been on top to be able to like get that high paycheck.
They've never had 25 cents. Poor Sophia had to sell her dancing body in the streets to get
just
a bite.
to get her bite.
Yeah,
that was so sad.
Now you're taking free apples and reselling them for a higher price?
And like food is such a difficult thing to be like what you're reselling because you're already miserable with what you're eating. So then having a snack become an exclusive thing.
Yeah.
That would be miserable. Well, Jared doesn't like it either. He doesn't think it's fair. And he is going to give her some competition. He wants to set up his own booth and sell things at a lower price, which like competition is the heart and soul of America. Like,
but capitalism.
The people hate it, especially Taylor's. I call her Taylor's minion number 1 because I didn't know her name until later.
Her name's Kelsey.
Yeah, but I actually prefer minion number 1.
I call her Michaela for some reason, but Minion.
Either way.
Minion's great too.
Yeah,
because there's the blonde minion.
Yes.
And then there's Kayla the minion.
Yes.
Yeah, there's 2 different minions.
There are. Well, one of the minions is just yapping and like screaming in Jared's face.
She's terrible. This is also the same girl who said George Bush is a terrible president, which was hilarious.
Was shocked at the reaction to Jared.
She's mean.
This was so mean. She was screaming that he was like jealous and like how dare he do this to Divad. I was like, girlie just opened her shop 5 minutes ago.
But screaming is like an understatement at Jared. And listen, I'm not for sure on this, but I'm gonna guess minion number 1 seems like she comes from a pretty popular school group.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna guess poor little Jared doesn't.
I don't know about minion number 1 because I think she's just her confidence is coming from being Taylor's minion. Like Taylor acts this way, so she is acting this way.
I think she's cool she's cooler than fucking Jared.
Absolutely, absolutely.
She's basically just bullying the loser, and I'm over it. I'm team Jared on this. Well, I know what Jared doesn't react great, but I support Jared's rights and wrongs.
I 1,000% agree. Well, Jared's pissed, like I said, and Divad has the entire snacking business on lock, and leadership is doing nothing.
Yeah, what
down with town council, especially over this. And so Jared snaps and he pushes everything of Divad's over. He destroys her little storefront.
Minion number 1's pissed. What are you doing? How could you do that to Divad?
I was like, wait, this is the best I've seen. Again, where are like the sheriffs around town?
There's authority, but there is no like order. There's no law and order.
There is no law and order.
No.
But I'm fine with it because Jared does not deserve to be punished over this.
Absolutely not. Divad is Ticketmaster's a crime too. So Divad's a criminal.
Absolutely.
She's stealing from the poor and making herself richer.
And she has a monopoly on this business. Like nobody will let Jared like start a competition snack bar. Like this is ridiculous.
Bully him out. Yeah.
Well, Devad is okay. She wasn't there when the incident happened, but she like cleans everything up and
No, my favorite was Minion number one going, Devad, look what Jared did. Jared did this. Aren't you mad? And Devad's like, nah, I'm just gonna sweep it.
this is where I was like, all right, Devad, I appreciate your like calm, cool collectedness because we don't need this to tailspin. This is not that deep.
No, Minion number one's trying to start shit, and I'm not okay with it.
Absolutely. Go away. Go find Taylor Minion number
Kelsey,
one.
fuck off. Yeah.
Well, later we do see that Jared and Devad talk, and Devad doesn't want to hold any grudges. Jared says he was wrong for it, and they kind of like mend things.
Dude, Jared gives the worst apology, but also the best. He just goes like, oh, we're only human. Are we cool?
He shouldn't apologize.
Yeah.
Like you said, I support his rights and his wrongs.
Yeah, I love Jared, okay?
Jared is a star.
Jared's always alone too, so he's just trying to do some shit, you know?
Honestly,
hang.
I need to go back and watch the series and just write all of Jared's like one-liners down because they are so iconic.
That's the circle of life. We live and we die, or whatever he said. That was hilarious. The chicken? Yeah. Jared's the greatest.
Absolutely.
Get him on this show. Jared, you're my number one want on this show. I love you so much.
Jared?
I love you.
I hope you're doing great out there.
Jared, wish you nothing but the best. Minion number one?
Down with town council. Down with minions. Down with
minions. Down with town council. Down with the cool kids. We're pro Jared here. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well,
yeah, hell yeah.
Sophia, since people are desperate for money, she wants to use that for her own entertainment benefit, which this I thoroughly enjoyed.
Oh, this was hilarious. Sophia's hilarious.
She fills a can with a few coins and then tops it with all of this disgusting stuff because she wants to see who will like
food.
Reach. I don't know. I don't see this as much as a waste of food. Like they have a surplus of
They're never going to go hungry.
No. Well,
but I loved when she goes rotten tomatoes and I was like, that's genius. Use the bad vegetables.
A bunch of gross shit. And so she just puts it in the town square and says there's money at the bottom. And like 4 kids at a time can stick their grubby little hands in there to get their like 10 cents.
Sophia loved it.
This is the right business model. She is providing entertainment for the town. And she's not really wasting things. She used gross tomatoes that people aren't going to eat.
Pro Sophia.
Absolutely. Well, now we move to the journal. It's journal time with the town council. And the story this week is that, you know, they talk about how people are struggling with money in their old town. And
who would have thought?
Shockingly, I know we started the episode talking about money. Who would have thought it would have aligned? They talked about how like at one point Bonanza struck gold, but the rich got richer and the poor got poorer. Yeah. Which when does that happen?
Wow. If they could see us today.
Oh, man. Down with our town council, for sure.
Oh, my God. Down with all town councils.
Well, they also get a map to more gold, and it's up to the town council to divide it up and, like, figure out what to do with it.
Yo, Laurel is such a buzzkill. She's like, I don't think we should go see it. I don't think we should go find it. It'll just cause a mutiny. And Zach's like, bitch, we're going to get the gold.
We're not going to just leave money out there.
We're just going to let it sit.
You know, production's sitting there like, Laurel, shut the fuck up and go on this hike.
I just don't think that it'd be a good idea, you guys. It's going to cause... No, Laurel, we're not going to just throw the money and pinata it. Everyone grab what they can hold. No, you can divide it equally.
Yes. It doesn't have to be crazy.
We don't have to fight for the fucking money.
No. And I understand, like, not telling the town about it. And I bet production didn't want, like, all these kids running up to wherever this gold ends up. Yeah. So I understand, like, your town council, this is the moment to, like, keep things from the town. But you can go get it and then make a decision on it. But go get it.
Literally. She's like, let's just leave it in the hole. Sandra's like, no, you're the worst.
Laurel's actually ruining the entire production of this show because she realizes like everything is meant to cause problems and she's like so over it.
Laurel's the kid that's like, we have to be responsible, and she knows they're always given an option of like a fun choice and a responsible choice, and she always goes, what's the most responsible choice? That's what we have to do.
She's doing too good at being an adult.
Yeah, but bitch, adults would go for that money too. First ticket out. I'm on my way.
That's so true. I don't know one town council that would be like, oh, money? No, we're actually going to decline that.
Yeah, we won't even use it towards the government. We're just gonna literally leave it in a hole.
Keep it buried, yeah, over in that
You don't
hole.
even tell them where it is. Burn the map so we can never find it.
Well, they don't
Genius.
do that.
No.
Town council goes and takes a hike, and they go to this like mine
Wait,
thing.
this is the longest hike. And also, Anjay says, I hope we don't end up like the Donner Party, eating our own people. To which Laurel and everyone else goes, shut up, Anjay. And I was like, people are sick of this kid. People fucking hate Anjay.
Oh my God. Think about how much footage is on the cutting room floor.
I hope there's a blooper reel somewhere.
These people, yeah.
Oh, it was so funny. I hope we don't end up like the Donner Party. Shut up, Anjay.
Anjay, shut the fuck up for once in your life.
He's too smart for his own good. Okay.
Well, okay, so they go get it, and inside this little treasure chest thing that they find is 375 buffalo nickels.
In a cave with bats. They let kids go into a cave with bats.
Alicia, do you think that they care about these children's safety? They're literally living in a town alone.
Right. Especially in the early 2000s, we knew very little about bats. All I knew
True.
was they had rabies.
Speaking of rabies, a girl I know, a bat actually came out of a hole in her apartment, and she got bit by a bat at night and had to go get rabies shots.
I'm moving.
Yours is a new build. You're fine. You're fine.
I mean, but if I'm her, I'm out.
Yeah, no, it's pretty funny. She talks about it on the anniversary every single year.
Oh my God.
It's memorialized. So yeah, just be careful of those bats out there, people. Well, the 375 buffalo nickels is equal to basically adding an additional pay for everybody. Like everybody could get their pay twice. So it's like, oh, how do you divide this up? Do you just like pay everybody's salary double, or do you divide it up equally?
Equally. Are you guys dumb?
You know, production was like, hey, I think you should just double pay because the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. So I think that's what they were trying to set it up to be, to cause chaos in this town.
This all equaled like $18 too.
I know. But they Laurel's too smart for this. She knows this is stupid. People are gonna blow this on the stupid things, like candy, and then like we're still gonna be poor in 3 days.
Everyone's just gonna buy candy and soda, and we can't have that. All right, Laurel, what do you think we should do?
I know, but Guyland is smart, and he says, hey, let's just buy a bunch of shit for the town that they can use, so then they don't make the decisions, but they still get the benefits from all this. And I was like, actually, that is the best solution with all this money.
It was either that or divide it equally.
Yeah, but like, let's be honest, that would be such a waste.
I mean, it would, but we'd get more kids drinking at the bar, which was
true. We do
some of my favorite footage.
We do need more shots montages.
Yeah, but this was a good idea because everyone's bored too. I mean, Sophia's making a concoction for people to stick their hands in because she's so bored. So yeah, this is a way for them to give these kids something to focus their energy on.
So the town council gathers the town and they talk in the like dining hall. They share that they found the treasure chest and that they use the money on things that the town can use. And everybody is pumped by this. This is probably the best received announcement.
Yeah, this is the
by everyone. Best. So they hand out like guitars and kites and like baseball gear. And everybody goes and has fun.
That one girl with the kite is like, this is so much fun.
But imagine like
rock out.
You have nothing to do. They have a few things that they've all bought.
Anything.
Yeah, like there's one bike in this town.
Sophia stole it.
You're standing in line like constantly to use things for entertainment after you just like slaved away at your job. I would be pumped if somebody was like, hey, 8 people can go play baseball right now.
Yeah. It was a good idea. It was solid. Yeah. Down with town council, though.
Yeah. Don't ever give town council credit for anything on Alicia's regard.
Hate them.
Well, there is one kid who is not partaking in any of the fun, which this is so sad.
Oh, Nathan, my God. This kid broke my whole heart. Yeah.
Nathan's like, you can't take a break because there's just so much to do. And I'm like,
the laundry is piling up.
There is actually so much to constantly do. The dishes are never like done in this town.
That is so disgusting to cook on these pots and pans.
This makes me so sad because he probably feels like he can't stop because somebody's got to do this shit. Yeah.
We also find out Nathan's
Nathan.
kind of a nerd. He's homeschooled, so he's a little
Yeah.
different. He seems a little OCD too, in the sense of like he needs the laundry to like everyone's like, dude, you've cleaned this enough. And he's like, it's not clean enough.
Yes. Yeah, we go into like the rest of the chores and everybody's back to doing stuff and
Yeah.
Nathan is carrying water. He asks Greg for help.
Oh my
Greg is back to
God.
like bad boy Greg and
Greg's a dick.
he's like, "No, like we already filled water earlier. Like we're fine. We got to focus on dishes." And
He
they like
fucking yells.
squabble back
Well,
and forth.
if Greg wasn't blind, he would see that the dishwater is brown, and if you grab new water, it could be clear.
And just
to
because
wash your
Greg,
dishes.
you like carried over 4 buckets of water this morning, there are 38 kids in this town who are drinking water, the dishes, the laundry.
I'm sure you have to pour waters in those porta potties to like
Flush them out.
a little bit.
I hope somebody, not the kids, is dealing with the porta potties.
Of course, no one's dealing with it. But like, okay, let's just get water. It sucks that you're the biggest kid here. I feel bad for you. But also, this kid is Nathan's willing to walk with you to go get the
Yes.
water. And he's like, hey, could you help me grab some water? If Greg didn't want to, he could have said, like, not right now, Nathan. I'm sorry. Like,
I'm focused
maybe
on
later.
dishes right now.
No, instead he like berates this 11. It's also weird because Greg is 15 and
Yeah.
Nathan's 11. And Greg shouldn't be able to pick when he's going to be a role model and not.
Agreed.
If you're going to be a bully, be a bully. If you're going to be nice, be nice. But like,
and it's like shaming him for like helping out on any capacity. Like if you don't want, like you said, if Greg doesn't want to do the water right now, we get that. But he like yells at Nathan for even like wanting to participate in that.
Do you see this water, Nathan? We're busy. Shut the fuck up, Greg.
Well, Nathan ends up like helping with the
dishes. Yeah.
And like this is where Nathan's OCD does get the better of him because he like wants to be the one to pour in the hot water into like a bucket and Greg like screams at him and just does it and that like gets to Nathan and so like Nathan walks away crying and it is
But Nathan's
so
actually
sad.
Honestly for an 11-year-old, he like handles his emotions pretty well. He doesn't like fight with Greg. He just removes himself from the situation.
Yeah.
Which I commend him for. And also, it breaks my heart because you can clearly tell which kids are like the cool kids and which kids aren't. And you know Nathan's not. So to pick on him just hurts even more.
To pick on him for chores is the the worst
you're not
of
even
it.
picking on him for like knocking over Devon's stand. Like, yeah, Jared, get yelled at, but like hilarious.
Absolutely.
Nathan's like, hey, I'm trying to make the town better. Can you help me? And Greg's like, I'd rather die.
Nathan's like, hey, I don't believe in any fun. I am a 24-hour workhorse. Yeah. I'm just trying to do things for the town. And Greg's like, shut the fuck up. You're doing the wrong things.
Yeah, this poor fucking kid.
It's so sad.
I don't know how he was raised, but he just, there's no fun.
No.
Fun. But also maybe he has trouble making friends. So like the way for him to do anything is just chores.
That's true. It's probably like a comfort activity and like a routine. It like keeps him focused on like his life because this would be very anxiety inducing town to live in.
Yeah. And no one's inviting Nathan to fly the kite. So he's just going to keep doing chores.
That's so true. Like I bet he needs somebody else to want him to do that stuff.
I've always been very hyper aware of the kids that don't get invited to do stuff because I always just like, I need to invite everyone. It's like a disease. So I literally was screaming like, someone talk to Nathan. Where's Jared? I mean, Jared's a lone wolf. You know, he's a loner.
Yeah.
He's chilling.
He can't be Nathan's buddy, but he could be Nathan's role model.
You're going to tell me Mike and Nathan wouldn't get along? Like, Mike's going to get along with Nathan.
Mike really needs to step up here.
Yeah, what the fuck? This is all speculation.
The niche things that we like think about with this town. I'm so happy we're watching it at this age. This is a perfect age to like critique our peers.
Yeah. We could have easily ended up in this town too. If this show had went well, we could have been cast on season 2.
I told you it was my dream. I thought this was incredible. I would have submitted myself for season 2.
Meredith and I were supposed to meet on Kid Nation, but it got canceled.
Alicia, that lore should live on forever.
I can already tell you, I would have been like similar to a Sophia. I would have been like,
Oh my
what are we
God.
doing here? Because Sophia's not really cool either, but she doesn't give a fuck.
But she has like, her voice is heard. She has authority.
Because she's older. I mean, it would depend what age we are too.
That's a good point.
I actually did the math. We would have been the same age as Jared.
I think we would have been like 12, right?
However old Jared is. Okay, spoiler. I know how old Jared is now. He's our age. So we would have been Jared's age in this. Which, what is he?
Okay, but on season 2, we would have been a year or two older, so.
How old is Jared now?
I think he was 12 in this show.
Okay, we would have been 13. That's solid.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent age.
Yeah, so we're not the older. I probably would have avoided the fuck out of Greg, dude. That kid's unhinged.
Yes, I have a family friend who reminds me of Greg, and when he would get into his like moments, you just avoided him at all costs. You're like, I'm not getting wrapped up in this shit.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going before I get sad thinking about Nathan.
Back to chores. Laundry's a complete disaster for these kids because they have this like old-timey little board that they have to like rub soap on, rub the clothes on.
Underwear.
Yeah, I didn't think about the laborers and everything they truly do have to do because they have like the water, they have to clean the toilets,
which is nice when laundry. The upper class helps out.
Correct. So we hear, I thought it was Emily, but I think later somebody actually says her name is Savannah. Savannah, Michael, and Minion number 1 don't send their clothes to laundry because everything gets lost, which is like so true. Like if you just have a bunch of shit.
Yeah, Nathan knows. He's going door to door going, do you need me to pick up your laundry? Door to door service?
Well, to collect, I bet he forgets who he took it from. And then it's just a bunch of dry laundry like hanging out.
And this is why your parents should write your name in your underwear in case a 11-year-old kid has to do it. They know who to return it to.
Oh my God. But they even said like it dries on a line and sometimes it'll blow away.
That was hilarious.
I was like, Jesus, I never thought about these problems.
I would honestly probably just be like, I'll do my own laundry.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to stay in the same underwear for 20 days. That's disgusting.
This is a spoiler alert because later they get new clothes, but I am curious how many outfits and like how many pairs of underwear do they have?
They all had bags coming, so there are changes. True. But you're supposed to change your underwear every day. So you didn't bring 20 pairs. I mean, I would have because I'm psycho, but
they would not have let you bring 20 pairs of underwear. You probably have 7.
They can't camp me in my underwear. I bring one less sweatshirt and more underwear. Because if I have to wear the same sweatshirt, but they also all have winter coats. Meredith, I don't know. I need a producer to tell me.
The laundry is stressing me out this episode. But anyways,
someone call Mr. Bonanza.
We also have Pharaoh, a new character. He is working and he's on the yellow team. So like workers on the yellow team are few and far between. So I feel like when somebody does work on yellow, they get noticed quickly.
It's noticed.
And Greg notices and is like, wow, I want to nominate him for the star. So we have somebody in star contention.
Yeah, I like Pharaoh. He's cool.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Then on the flip side, Devon's back, and she is the richest person in Bonanza City with $1.25 from scamming all of her fellow Kid Nation citizens.
A criminal.
She's moved on to potatoes too, so we're done with apples.
White-collar criminal taking advantage of not the elderly, but
the
instead the minors.
Yeah. Okay, it's showdown time. Woo! Yeah. We all run to Mr. Bonanza. And this week, the district members are going to be launching gold eggs in a slingshot.
God, this is so stupid, yeah.
And then, so basically the entire district is on one side throwing the eggs to the other side. Then we have 2 people catching it in this like giant trampoline thing. One person is a runner once it is caught to put it in their like treasure chest.
Yeah.
And our town council members are actually in this fence, like at the top, telling both sides what to do.
Okay. I know that you need someone to tell you how to catch, but also that's not helpful.
No.
Move up. What? Move back. What?
It's a disaster.
Don't know.
I mean, okay, so they have 15 minutes to catch as many eggs as possible. If they can catch 4 dozen eggs, they will get the reward. And so they start doing this. So people start slingshotting them. And these town council members are standing there like, no, they don't know what to say. Because how do you tell a kid how to slingshot an egg better?
Fucking Anjay decides just to point up at the egg and
That
hope
was
to
the
God
fun.
that.
They like
Well, then
notice it.
He's like, it's working, and I was like, no, it
Okay,
truly
that
though
wasn't working. But at a certain point, he starts doing short and long, like to tell the slingshotters, "Hey." But the problem is, it's a new kid every time,
You don't
so it's
know.
not like the kid behind the one who just shot it knows. Oh, hey, instead of pulling it this far back, I need to pull it back a little less.
Maybe like a little kid comes up and Anjay's like short, and then like Greg comes up and he's like long, to be like
Like more
Greg will
power.
launch it, yeah. Whereas like not Mallory because she was the runner, but like a Mallory-esque is like it's not going to go fucking very far.
Mallory running those eggs is the funniest thing
so
because
cute.
she's so tiny and she keeps like tripping over this like
tripping over
bale
the hay
of hay.
bale. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, these kids though, Guyland is like up. I cried. It was
Guyland
so funny.
is the worst at it.
Ugh.
Absolutely the worst.
Yeah. Laurel, also green team. Michael, you could tell, is getting so frustrated. He's fucking over this shit.
Yes. Okay, so Blue gets the egg, like the first egg, and they're like thrilled. They kind of figure out a strategy. Anji's like short, long, seems to be working for them. So they are just ripping eggs left and right and getting after it. Zach is doing the whole pointing while it's coming over the like fence thing.
Yeah.
Which they get a few eggs. And honestly, I think them all being like smaller kids ends up working to their advantage because they probably all have the same like power behind the slingshot. So Yellow's doing pretty decent as well.
Yeah.
Red is absolutely struggling. Guyland says he has no strategy. He's coming up with his own hand signals.
Big strategy.
Well, he tries to have a strategy with these hand signals.
God.
But like
he
nobody
does
knows
what they do
saying.
on the tarmac.
Yeah. Nobody knows what it means.
Funny. Yeah. Whatever. This challenge, they were terrible. All of them.
Okay. They finish and Mr. Bonanza goes over to their
Mr. Bonanza.
Their like treasure chests.
The eggs.
And we find out that Red has 5 eggs. They're in last place. They have they're the laborers. Green got 6. They're the cooks. Yellow had 18, which damn, that's a big jump from like 3rd place to 2nd place.
Yeah.
They're the merchants. And Blue got 38 eggs in their upper class, which is wild. So they win the reward because they got the like 48, I believe is what they needed. Blue basically did that on their own.
Blue did it. Yeah, Blue killed it. Also, I'm happy Green is not the laborers.
I know, but still, they cannot make it past. I don't think they've ever been merchants or upper class, right?
They've been merchants. They've never been upper class.
They always struggle, which sucks because they're like the most unified team.
Okay, yeah.
Well, it's reward time because they did earn it. Their options are a coin-operated washer-dryer that is 20 cents a load, which immediately the kids are like, damn, like, that is so expensive.
I can't believe it's that expensive. Like, the washer-dryers are nice, but these kids don't have money.
The lowest class gets 25 cents. So like that is your entire money. Also, could you like pool money and like do a load together? I like needed a little bit more logistics to understand the cost like breakdown.
I thought that too. I was like, you'll have to just.
I feel like the town council could have like put a tax on people and said like, hey, we're going to tax everybody and do everybody's laundry.
Yeah.
But I mean, too much logistics to figure out.
Yeah, Laurel didn't even want the money.
No. Well, the other option is brand new outfits for everyone plus a slightly upgraded Pioneer washing machine. Yeah. So it is a little bit automated, like how they do it basically. Mm-hmm. And obviously they choose the logistical one with the new clothes, free laundry.
And honestly, those laundry things didn't look that bad.
No, I mean,
you have nothing else to do.
I was going to say the laborers have to do like jobs somewhere. Yeah. So making laundry go quicker does help them.
Yeah.
Well, it is now day 21,
Nice.
and Mike and some of the other kids are using the new laundry machines. It's kind of
Oh,
like a game for them. Mike
Mike's
loves
gonna
this
get
thing.
jacked. Yeah, he fucking loves it. He's like the fucking Terminator of the laundry.
Mike is living his best life not being on town
Yeah, no, he
council.
fucking loves this.
Jared is starting a new business. He
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Was this the episode Divad gets burned?
Oh, yes.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Yes, whenever I talked
She's
about,
cooking potatoes.
I think it's whenever she was in the kitchen saying she's the richest person in Bonanza City
Oh.
and she moved on potatoes. Yeah, she burned her face with oil.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
I-
Not that like means it, but like, isn't that kind of crazy?
It is wild out here. I want to know, because you mentioned a girl with a sling. I do want to know, like, how many
A list of
injuries
the
are
injuries?
happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a med tent around here for these kids?
But yeah, I just saw that and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Yeah, you give a kid I burned myself with hot oil on the stove. This kid?
When
Oh
I
my
fry
God.
bacon, I still freak out as if I like,
oh my God.
because you can't do anything. Like, there's just, you're at the
It just
mercy of the
pops.
stove.
Yeah, it just pops right up. Oh man. Okay,
Well,
sorry, I had to. Okay, back to Jared.
No, you're good. Jared's not burning himself. He is burning some wood.
with a magnifying glass. He's amazing. See, he's not the kid that uses science to kill ants. He's the kid that uses science to make necklaces.
Absolutely. And I wonder how long this took him, because we quickly moved from like him doing it to like him selling the necklaces, and he had like 20 necklaces made.
Yeah, he looked amazing.
They were cute. He like basically burns some like sayings into some like driftwood.
Yeah.
And people love these. Like, they are just selling off the hook because that's where he's selling them. And not like Minion number 1 is like a favorite customer of his. They're besties now.
She's like, I'll take 7.
Yeah.
Can I get one for my sister?
People want to buy them for their families. I want to know if people still have these. This is like, I want this. This is a collector's item now.
Jared's thrilled. He's like, people love my designs.
Yeah, because people like love a good business idea. They want to buy shit with their money, but then they're buying them for their family back home to like remember this moment. This is the cutest.
It was the best.
Well, he can't make them fast enough, so like he quickly sells out, and he goes
amazing. One day in business.
In one day, he's basically out of business because his stock is done. So he takes all of his new money and he goes to the dry goods store and buys a whole new wardrobe.
And he looks cool. This dude, he's snazzy.
Oh my God. He has like a trench coat and like a fedora hat.
The best is people see him and they're like, looking good, Jared. And he's like,
he like does a spin and he's like, yeah.
Say it again for the haters in the back. Jared's so original. I love him.
I
love Jared.
He's such a character. Man,
I'm obsessed.
I need Jared actually in my real life.
Oh, I love when Sophia's like, Jared. Because Sophia, she's original too. And
she loves to play too.
Looking
like
fucking good,
she'll
Jared.
play along with no matter what.
And he does a spin and she cracks up a little bit. Oh my God. Jared and Sophia is the friendship I need. I love.
Those are 2 stars. I think we need to rank the cast at the end of like who is our favorite.
Oh yeah, give me a list. I'm in.
Okay, we'll do that the last episode.
Amazing.
All right, so we're at the saloon and Zach sits down to talk to Pharaoh, and Pharaoh talks about how he would really love to have the gold star because the money would be really helpful like with his mom and paying bills. Like,
oh my God, that was this episode. So much happened this episode.
I know. It's just like so sad because other kids are like, wow, I could go to college with this. And then you see the differences in a lot of this cast. We've already seen their geographical differences like in other episodes where some kids like grew up on farms, but this is like a big financial disparity where like some kids are just so excited to potentially use this for college. No, Pharaoh wants to use this to literally pay like the everyday bills, which broke my heart, but that is so kind of him to be like, wow, I really want to help and support my mom.
Agreed.
Then it's nighttime and Nathan is outside doing laundry. This is so sad. This kid works to the bone. Guylan comes and is like, hey, this can wait till the morning. You don't need to do this now. Like, go to bed. And Guyland is like, this is so sad that like Nathan's like spark of being a kid is gone. Like he's just so focused on like
I
business stuff and
know.
running this town and the chores, and he like didn't play earlier, and
He didn't play.
it's just so hard. But Nathan
Yeah.
goes to his bunk and they're all laying down, and Greg actually apologizes for being hard on Nathan earlier. This was actually so nice
He
though.
goes, hey, Nate, when they're on their sleeping bags, he goes, hey, Nathan. And Nathan turns around and he goes, yeah. And Greg goes, I know I'm really hard on you. And I just want to say, I'm sorry for that. I think you're a really good guy, a really good worker. And Nathan goes, thanks. And he turns back around. And I was like, yeah, Greg, this kid's literally almost half your age. Come on.
Greg is literally so up and down. It like
He's
cracks me up.
He's full of hormones. He has no idea what's happening.
That's true. But at least we got an apology. Like Greg went off and it was so uncalled for.
It was so stupid. Fuck Greg. Yeah, go on.
Well, it's day 22 now, and Devad is on the hunt for a gold star. She wants to be a doctor, and she just really thinks she deserves one.
This is bullshit, Devad.
She makes.
I really want to be a doctor, so because I made potatoes, I think I get the gold star.
Well, she's making campaign like posters to campaign for the gold star.
That's
we have yet
such
to see
bullshit.
This.
She better not win the gold star.
It's kind of gross to campaign for
it. It's gross. Greg, sure, he did it in a way he just wanted the gold star, right? So he worked his ass off.
But he did it through action.
Yeah, work your ass off.
Through a sign.
Don't steal food from the kitchen that anyone could grab and then upcharge it and then go, I'm doing amazing.
That's the thing. You think you deserve this because you probably like do your job and do the bare minimum, and then you like provide a business and scam the town out of all their money. Whereas Nathan is working to the bone.
Yeah.
Doing all the laborer jobs. I don't even know what team he's on, whether he is a laborer or not, but he is just constantly working and hustling.
She's just bribing.
Yes.
Which I think Greg says. And she's like, I'm not a briber.
No, she literally does bribe. So all the kids do line up to nominate someone, which I'm curious if they do this every week because we only see it sometimes.
Yeah. I think they do. It seems like a normal occurrence.
Me too. So they're in line and Devad brings snacks for people waiting.
I know. It's hard to wait in line.
She's like, do you want some? It's like potato chips, I think, and like some tomato sauce, which is like
the weirdest thing. I did not know if that was like dried apples or potatoes.
Gross.
And Greg is literally like, you're bribing people, and she's like, I'm not, Greg.
I'm not. I feel bad for people waiting out here.
I'm being kind. Remember that I'm kind when you go in there.
If you have to tell people who you are and what you're about, you're not doing it.
I'm fucking up. You're doing it for the wrong reasons.
But you're not actually doing it. You're just saying you're doing it. Like show it through action. Greg did the actions to get his gold star.
And he had to wait a few weeks because he turned up the charm and the town council saw right through him.
Absolutely.
Which was right. Yeah.
Well, we get some nominations. Sophia, Michael, and Blaine nominate Pharaoh, and Jared nominates Devad, and Devad nominates herself.
That's such bullshit, too. If you nominate yourself, you don't get it from me.
I think there should just be a hard rule. I mean, I think it's an unspoken rule, but like Devad, girly, like read the room. This is weird.
I didn't like when Greg nominated himself either. If you're nominating yourself, you're in it for the wrong reasons again. You just want the money.
And, like, you're not looking around at other people and trying to build a better town. You are only focused on literally calculating how much work you're doing and is it good enough.
Also, I feel, is it not weird to, like, I know we're supposed to advocate for ourselves, but in things that don't matter, it's always weird to, like, vote for yourself. Yeah. Like, I have the weirdest example, but my friends nominated me for prom queen as a joke. It was hilarious. But they, like, got people to vote because I would have only had 3 fucking votes if it was just up to us because they were joking. But other people heard and were like, "That's a good idea," and like voted for me, and I made it. And like,
did you vote for yourself?
No, not originally. But then we go to like, it was called like a prom fair or whatever, where we had to like pick up all of our shit. And the teacher was like, Alicia, you're on the ballot. And I was like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about?
You made the like official
thing. You could vote for me. And I was like, no. And she goes, just vote for yourself. And I was like, there's something that feels so weird
Oh, wait.
about it.
I don't think that's as weird to vote for yourself once you're on the ballot. If you nominated yourself to be put on the ballot, that's weird.
No, I'm not campaigning for me. But even once you get there, it feels, there's still something that feels like
a little grimy.
Yeah, like there's someone else that deserves it too. I'm not gonna like vote for me.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm dying. Here's the other thing. You're not like fighting for a job or like something you deserve or like worked for. The gold star is literally just like you played a positive role.
Yeah.
Like, so you should also look around and be like, where are the other kids?
Like finding the glimmer of like happiness in this town and the hard work. I agree.
Yeah, there's something weird. Anyway, whatever, Divad.
Well, it's time for the town council or the town meeting, and
oh man,
Mr. Bonanza asks how many people are approving of town council, and everyone raises their hand.
Down with town council. There should be a little pushback.
Okay, so you aren't proud of this town council?
I'm not. There should always be someone challenging the leaders.
Okay, do you agree that this is the best town council we've had?
This out is of the best, the two?
Well, like this is the best week of town councilship that we've had.
I would have week? Yes. There were no fights for the most part. They spent the money correctly. Yeah, for the most part. They
made the right decision for the reward. They did pretty decent this week.
They did okay, yeah.
Okay. I was curious if you were going to give them any props. No. I'm glad I pulled it out of you, though.
This was the best we've had so far, but I still think we need to challenge town council a little bit.
Challenge the 12-year-olds. I agree.
Challenge them, yeah. Into leaders.
Well, the good things we got this week were new washing machines that made it easier to be a laborer, but we do call people out. People have gotten a little lazy.
Oh, yeah. Fuck you guys.
And Greg calls Divad out.
Oh, yeah. That was
solid. This is the Greg we love. We need Greg to be a bully to the right people. Don't bully Nathan. Bully Divad.
Yeah, show up. She's stealing food from the kitchen for her own benefit. Also, surprise, Taylor's been very silent this episode.
Hey, I think her goal should just be to not have any attention on herself.
To just exist, yeah.
Yeah, just do a little bit.
Divad's getting called out by the 15-year-old.
Yep. And Laurel says that they know when people are working just for the gold star, especially when they brag about working. And I was like, oh.
Dude, you make a poster for yourself? That's crazy.
I appreciate Divad getting called out publicly.
Yeah.
This needs to happen.
Yeah. Maybe it'll change her. Probably not.
We move on to, does anybody want to go home? And it is a resounding no. Everybody's staying.
Baby. Yeah.
Heck yeah. And we go to the gold star and it goes to Nathan.
Yeah, hell yeah. And he's shocked. And Greg even gets up and gives him a big ol' hug.
This is so cute.
The tides have changed, let me tell you. But good for Nathan. He is so shocked. And I'm glad that the gold star isn't a popularity contest. I'm glad it's more of a given. I still think the thought of it is very skewed in the sense of it's like, who's working the hardest? But like Mallory got it for her birthday and like little Alex can't work that hard, because they're little.
I think they are looking around though. Like they're granted, obviously this is edited. So like we're seeing the like the stars of the show, rise to the top. So that's the people we're seeing.
Yeah.
But clearly, like, the town council is trying to notice other people. There's 38 kids. Like, that is a lot of people to, like, constantly notice.
We also know, Zach was campaigning hard for Pharaoh. So it could have gone a different way. Could have went to Pharaoh. I do appreciate, though, that I know Pharaoh needs the money. But the town council did say Pharaoh only started working once he found out about the 20,000.
Yes.
Nathan's been killing the game.
He doesn't ever play. Like he deserves it for his work.
Yeah, and in those situations, it's similar to a Greg. You got to give them a few weeks to see if they stick with it.
Absolutely.
Because if you get mad that you don't win it once, you're not going to fucking get it. Yeah.
I agree. Also, I think getting on Greg's side and getting Greg to vote for you is actually a really important thing.
He's the oldest kid.
The strategy of the gold star is getting like Michael, Sophia, Greg to vote for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are top 3. DK is a good, like he's respected.
Those like VP positions we talked about like a few weeks ago.
All the kids 14 and up.
Yep.
Those are the kids you need. Blaine. Get him in here. Yeah.
I
All
don't
of
think
them.
Blaine's voice is really heard much.
I think people like Blaine. I think he just wasn't dramatic like Greg.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, I mean, Devada's very bitter about this, by the way. She is really upset and says that people don't recognize her work, but we all know that like work to her is like making money off the backs of these
I
people.
Yeah, she's terrible. And she just wants the money so she could be a doctor.
Go be a
What?
doctor, like on your
Yeah.
own dime. Get out of here,
I'm
Devad.
done. I'm done. I'm done.
Well,
Done with
that's all we
her.
got.
Ooh, okay. I get to pick a kid. Okay, I actually want to we're gonna shout out, oh God, who do I do? You know what? We're gonna do Mike this episode, because he was around a little with the laundry
He
stuff, and
really is he jacked?
he's
Is
no.
he jacked after all that laundry?
So he was kind of hard to find anything on, but I did find his Instagram, and then
Okay.
I was able to find some educational stuff for him. So
Ooh.
if you can believe it, he competed. Oh my God, I'm not going to be able to say this correctly. Orienteering, which I think is bird stuff. No?
What?
Oh, I'm dumb. Don't listen to me. It's a competitive sport in which participants find their way to various checkpoints across rough country with the aid of a map and a compass, and the winner being one of
Oh,
the lowest elapsed times.
probably orienting.
Orienteering, yeah.
Oh my God. I love how you thought it was birds and it's not. Whoa, I didn't even know that type of thing existed.
Yeah, he did it through the Washington Interscholastic Orienteering League.
Do we know how old he was?
I
Was he a
assume
child?
I assume he was kind of young. I assume it was high school. But I think he still is probably in the specific Northwest somewhere.
Okay.
So his Instagram is private, but his profile picture is him and a girl. So I assume he's
Okay.
dating someone.
Has a partner.
I was also able to find his Instagram through Anjay. Anjay seems to be the only one
Nice.
who follows him, which is surprising because Laurel follows a lot of people, but not Mike.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the Instagram pic with him and this girl, they're taking it in a mirror, and there are like lots of pine trees behind him. And since he
Okay.
competed in Washington, I'm assuming that he's still
Is
in there.
Pacific
So
Northwest somewhere.
that's Mike.
Oh wait, I think that Kid Nation probably helped him on that like competition thing. If you're stranded in a town as a child, I think that you could be pretty decent at like figuring your way as a high schooler in the land.
Yeah, he's solid. And you know what? I'm just gonna throw, because I got a lot of stuff to tell you about on these things. So I'm gonna throw in one more bonus kid
Okay.
that I don't have very much on. So I was able to find not Jared's Instagram, but just a little on him.
Ooh.
So he graduated from the University of Alabama in 2007. That's how I know we're the same age.
Is he from Alabama?
He has a little twang, but I
did not see him going to Alabama for college. I just feel like that's just not his vibe at all.
He Alabama'd it. And then there were rumors, if you look up Jared, there are rumors on Reddit that he died. But I don't think he died, because all the links go to a stupid YouTube song.
Wait, that is so funny.
Hang on. I had it the other day and I was cracking up.
Oh my
because
God.
I was looking someone up, and another search was like, which Kid Nation kid died? And I was like, what?
What? That is so
And I
sad if somebody
found
died.
Jared died, Kid Nation. But he's not dead.
Oh my God.
But I don't think there's nothing. Okay.
Wait, that is actually the funniest thing, that like this niche show that these people are not like public figures at all. But like,
so we have no idea.
It's like Reddit has something on everything, obviously. But
yeah,
can you imagine being a kid on this show and then like 20 years later,
you die?
There's this like rumor that you died on like a Reddit thread about this niche show you went on as a kid.
Yeah, it's so weird. So someone posted on the Kid Nation Reddit and said, my third post on here about the death of Jared, R.I.P. Jared. Jared Goldman was one of my favorite characters on Kid Nation. However, he is in fact dead. In a quote from Sophia Wise, quote, I spoke to Jared last week and he confirmed that he is dead. So as you can tell,
Wait. It sounds like it's a Taylor Swift like reputation.
That's why
dead.
I said I spoke to Jared last week and he confirmed that he is in fact dead. And then it goes on and says, so with this confirmation, as well as a beautiful tribute video here on YouTube years ago is evidence enough. He is very dead. R.I.P. Jared Goldman. But then everyone comments and is like, this is the worst day of my life. I'm starting to think that this is a joke, whatever. And then someone comments and go, at first I thought you were joking, but I watched the vid and it's true. Here's a link to the video. But then you click on the link and it's a link to the song, Never Gonna Give You Up. never gonna let you down. Never gonna run away.
Wait, that's so funny. That's the song because I just watched The Perfect Couple on Netflix. Yeah, and that guy literally drunkenly sings that song to his wife while blowing up her life.
Yeah, and then it's people going, oh, my bad, very sad. I have spent 3 days trying to find this son of a bitch and learn what happened in 2004. Like, it's the weirdest Reddit thing.
Oh, my God.
And then someone comments and goes, he is my cousin. He is alive.
Oh, good. Because I don't think people on that Reddit thread are taking it as like, hey, no, he is alive. Yeah. So I'm really happy somebody did clarify.
And then the cousin comments again and goes, hey, I'm late to this, but he is my cousin and definitely not dead. And then someone goes, please be serious.
Can you imagine Thanksgiving? The cousin shows up to Thanksgiving and is like, hey, Jared, I had a comment on a Reddit thread this week because like everybody thinks you're dead on the internet.
I love the please be serious. Like stop joking, Jared's dead. And then the cousin comments again and goes, I'm being 1,000% serious. I still see him at family functions. And that was a year ago. So I don't think Jared's dead.
At least he wasn't a year ago. So like we'll try and check back in.
I'll try and Google Jared again, but he's not dead. Because I saw it and I go, which Kid Nation kid has died? And I click it and it was Jared. And I was like, and I love the confirmation of Sophia spoke to him last week and confirmed that he is very much dead. It was hilarious.
That comment and
that's awesome, right?
That comment from Sophia and that exchange between Sophia and Jared, that seems on point. I feel like Jared would confirm to Sophia that he is in fact dead while being 100% alive.
Imagine you get a call and someone's like, hey, are you dead? And they're like, and you're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. And that's like,
and then it is so Sophia to go post about it.
Yeah, she's like,
wherever she put that information that person collected.
Yeah, Jared did call me.
Hey, I just want to announce Jared did call and confirm that he is dead.
He's dead. See you never. Hilarious. Good time. So don't worry about Jared, but
no worries there.
Isn't that awesome? Great. That's the end of your episode. Yeah.
Wonderful episode in the books. I can't
Jared.
wait to keep going. We're a little over halfway.
Oh, amazing. There's so much more to learn.
Seriously. Well, thanks so much for joining.
Do all the things.
Bye.